Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
And he's sent through a question about technology and teenagers. Should teenagers be on social media? What's your thoughts?
Well, this is a really great question.
Very
because obviously
timely.
the government has actually put in this new rule or recommendation that children under the age of 16 shouldn't have any technology.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that the government has to intervene and become the police in this, because I would rather have parents becoming, and I don't like to use the word police, but
proactive.
You know, we talk about where it says in Romans, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but renew your mind. And we have the first voice privilege as parents to control their mind, to help shape them and to develop their character. And one of the things in our culture today is technology is all around, and it's not our kids' fault. They are digital natives. This is where they live, and literally it is their oxygen. And parents can't really understand that. But if we did our own audit of how much time we spend on these devices, we are role modeling a certain set of behaviors, and then our kids are living on this world, and it becomes a reality.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't mean that you actually give them a free rein. And it's about having the conversation with our kids and replacing other things such as, and I'll use this as an example, having like a technology-free Tuesday.
Okay.
Just do one day where everyone puts their devices away and we have time together as a family. Something very simple. And it gives them a taste of what life could be without these devices. And you establish something that is, something positive rather than negative or punitive. A lot of the time we can use these devices as a form of discipline. And that's to a certain degree okay. But we need to put some parameters and restrictions. Like, for example, children under the age of 2 shouldn't have any technology. That's been recommended worldwide. Then from about 2 to 5, it should be restricted to about 1 hour. And ideally, at least co-watching, so watching things together. I mean, I remember when our boys were younger, watching Sesame Street, would you like to buy an O for orange, orangutan?
Wow, you could be on Sesame Street.
Or octopus, something like that. Anyway.
It took a long time to come up with O words.
And then as they're getting older, the maximum should be about two hours maximum. Right. But that also includes they have to do homework. And so the average length of time a child will spend in front of a device is about 9.5 hours a day. Yeah. That is what our culture is today. So this is their reality. They're learning on it, they're entertained on it, and they're also using it socially.
Okay.
And we need to become part of the opportunity to ask them the questions about how much they're involved. And every family is going to be different.
Yeah, and as our kids were growing up, now I know it was in a different stage, but we made decisions for our family. So we said, this is what we want our family to look like. How are we going to get there? So we wanted our boys to actually be tight-knit. We wanted them to relate to each other, have fun together, and just be engaged, because we recognise, I was a teacher, we recognise that if we give children a love of learning and the ability to relate to others, then whatever way God has wired them, they will tap into that as they get older. But as they're younger, we're kind of training them up. And so we put in boundaries. Often kids think, oh, you're just mean. You're just trying to be mean. But often all our boundaries should be set up around character building.
Nice.
They're not about making our kids quiet or you're really bugging me or whatever. It's about what are we bringing out in our children so that they're very high functioning in character and their Christian life in the future and presenting God to them. And then also that they're going to contribute to society. So much research around tech has been a struggle.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.